Okay, this is gonna be second part of my breakfast for the morning. I had the smoothie that you saw in the last log, and it was extremely good. And I'm still not 100% hungry right now, but because I have to leave in about an hour, I just want to have this mix ready so I can just throw it into the pan and take off. But actually, I'll probably just cook it and eat it anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and open my app, and we're gonna make it's in here somewhere. Oops, I kind of spelled that wrong. French toast berry pancakes, that's what it is. This is a Greg Doucette recipe. I haven't showcased this one, so I'm not really going to go too much into detail about it. But basically, it's a very high protein pancake with some mixed fruit. So this is made normally in the big Vitamix with my 48-ounce container. It makes quite a bit. It makes 2 servings, but I only eat one at a time, 1 serving at a time. So I'm just going to make 1 serving. And this is the beauty of this app. I don't have to think about it. I am just going to automatically make a half serving. So I just change the serving to 0.5, and all the measurements are going to follow suit. And I don't know why this is blending cup. Oh, it's because I was messing with it before. We'll just say 48. Even though it's a 40 ounce, we're just going to use 48 ounce to make it happy. And it says 2 servings. I think when you change the serving, it actually kind of automatically does that. Okay, half serving. So, just to verify, yep, everything is exactly half. Okay, so prep. Prep is to put the small bowl on scale. Oh, okay. I haven't made this in a minute. I only made this one time and it came out good. Okay, we're just going to use a bowl. I have to turn my thing on, my perfect blend. Okay, we are on the Bluetooth. Ready to go. Okay. Oh, I understand why I need the bowl. I need to measure out the blueberries, which I use mixed berries. It doesn't make any difference, really, but a little bit of mixed berry. Okay, that's really all I need for this recipe. No, actually, what am I doing half serving for? It's actually 1 serving, because like I said, this recipe makes 2 servings and I eat 1, so 1 serving. Okay, blueberry. See, again, I made a mistake, and so now it automatically on the fly changed everything. So I was wondering, I'm like, that's actually quite a little bit of ingredient for this recipe, even for a half a serving. But I confused myself because I said half, but I really mean 1 serving because the recipe makes 2. Okay, so egg whites. This is the point where I take the bowl off, and I'm going to use this because, like I said, I've never made 1 serving before. It's possible that I could make it in the personal cup, but I'll test that another day. So egg whites, we're going to get that. Boom, recognized. Egg whites, just the amount that I need until it says it's happy. Like I said, not going into detail on this one. Greg Doucette has a video on it, how to make it, but I am not going into that right now. I'll make a separate video, making it detailed. Okay, this recipe calls for white bread, which is very light and fluffy bread. You know, it's just a regular dollar something stuff that you can buy. Now I have some in the freezer, but I baked this one up the other day, and this is 100% whole wheat bread, which is much more dense. And since we're going to blend it up anyway, I'm just going to break it off bit by bit. But This is much more dense, so it takes less physical amount of bread. I'm actually going to add just this little bit more. Just add that whole thing in there. Okay, so that's going to be that. Next, stevia, 2.25 grams. I don't know what that is, 2.25 grams. I know it's... I just add until it's happy. Yeah, a little more. How about a little more? There we go. It's 0 calories, so I don't care how much I put in it. Some cinnamon. I have cinnamon sticks. You can grind your own cinnamon. It tastes better to me, but cinnamon sticks for some reason are so freaking expensive to buy. It's stupid. It's like you're doing the work. You're saving the work of the manufacturer, so it's like, why charge more? Anyway, I'm using ground cinnamon. Vanilla extract, that's one of the key flavors of it. Yeah, here we go. Vanilla extract. Bam. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, this recipe is going to take a thickener. Yep. So I use xanthan gum or guar gum. A lot of people don't understand what that is. I didn't understand what the hell that was either. But apparently, this is pretty good stuff. A lot of people think it's a chemical. It's not. It's kind of in the neighborhood of like, it's a natural thing. So what that's going to do is just thicken up the mixture so it's not so, watery. Now I would do a like something like chia seed, but I haven't experimented with that just yet, and I'm not going to experiment right now. I'm just going to go what the recipe calls for. And okay, it says to blend it, and that's what we're going to do. I just put an arbitrary time on here. This is something that I programmed, so we'll just go with it. Xanthan gum, that's going to thicken it up. Yeah, the xanthan gum thickens this stuff up like nobody's business. Now, what I didn't add to, basically I just pour this in the skillet with the berries, but and leave the berries whole as they cook. But I think what I'm going to do is just pour these in there and kind of chunk it up a little bit. And I want to do that because these are frozen and I want it to just kind of mix a little bit. So we'll just go pulse feature and that's pretty much it. It should be, yeah, because I don't actually want to blend these. I just want to take the chunks and kind of distribute it. But what I normally do is I take this and I put it in a container, put it in a refrigerator, and leave it for a couple hours. But since I really don't have that much time, I'm just gonna cook it and eat it right away. But the recipe's done. Yeah, I don't care about the serving because, like I said, I already actually I added this as a test because originally I didn't have the measuring part of it, but now let me see something. Oh, there you go. Okay, so I didn't actually get all of the bread in there. So you know what? Yeah. Because I added such a big chunk of bread that I'm actually not surprised that that exists. So we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Which I'm ending up mixing up the berries into the batter anyway, but who cares at this point? You see, I'm not doing any editing. I made a mistake. That was an error on my part. It still tastes good. That was an error on my part because I added that extra bread. I should have used a tamper to get rid of it. It's gone now, obviously. However, I kind of changed my recipe because now my mixed berries that I wanted chunks of is turn my pancake mix into a what's that, Grimace from McDonald's? Yeah, Grimace from McDonald's. It's the same color as that. So I got a very berry pancake here. So I messed up a little bit, you know. Like I said, this is not edited. This is not some, you know, added with some added music like YouTube with their fancy trying to make it all seem fancy and whatever, and everything's perfect. And listen, when you make this stuff in real life, you're gonna make mistakes. It's not the machine's fault. It's my fault, and I own up to that. But it's okay because you know what? I still am successful. There's overage in there, so my calories are actually less than the total that's in here. But that's it. It was like 345 calories. And that's good. So I'm just going to grease up my pan and just throw this in there and let it cook for a while. That's okay. Gotta spread that stuff around. All right, like I said, unedited video. I made a mistake, which is great because, you know, that's life. That's kind of funny because it's just funny because now I have a purple pancake. It looks funny. So I'm just gonna clean this real quick. I'm gonna show you how quick it is to clean, really, and I'll be done with it. Okay. Now, because the mixture is thick, I'm going to actually do some soap and water and go ahead and blend that up. Use a program. Go ahead and watch this. All right. See, sometimes a program is nifty. I don't normally use programs, but in this case, it's a little nifty. Take the time to wash this dish while it does things. People ask all the time, oh, should I get programs and this and that? Well, if you can afford to get the programs, just get them. Sometimes they're nifty. I don't use them 99.9% of the time, but every now and then they do come in handy. So if you can afford it, just get some programs. All right. Lid is clean. That was easy to clean. Go ahead and rinse this out. Take the blades off and rinse out the threads. I'm not doing anything, no bottle brush or anything right now. This is pretty easy to clean. Get the threads in there. Okay, so as messy as it looked like I said, I just ran this under the water. Everything is clean. Nothing on the threads, nothing under the gasket. That's it. My pancake is still cooking. It's gonna cook for a few minutes, so that's it. That's how fast it is to make a breakfast. And yeah, so you know, that was my first time actually trying to do that. So now the next time I do it, it's gonna be better and more refined because I won't make that mistake again. And most likely I won't be using the homemade bread. Like I said, normally the one time I made it, that's good. One time I made it, I used the lighter, fluffier bread, and I didn't use as much of it. This I just threw in that extra chunk of huge bread. I didn't even break it up as you saw, so I should have used a tamper. Like I said, use the air, not the machine. So yeah, 1-star Vitamix S50 S series, piece of crap, right? No, it's good. It's 5 stars to me.